Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon, and at Sharon Plans, I primarily post videos related to budgeting and planning. So today's video is going to cover my budget expense categories. So what I want to do a better job at this year is tracking which categories I spend the majority of my money. To make that easier for me, I kind of categorize my categories so that it's easier for me to put them in buckets, so to speak. So I'm just going to show you how I set mine up. They are not all encompassing, and I know that there'll be other things that'll come up that I may not have accounted for, but for those, I'll go ahead and do a miscellaneous for unplanned, unexpected expenses. But if you're new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you'll consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell down below and leaving me a comment to let me know some areas where you might be categorizing your budget maybe differently, or something that you think I might have not considered. So I'd appreciate that as well. But also turn your notifications on so that you're notified when I upload future videos. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks a lot for continuing to rock with me, and I'm looking forward to continuing to have you along for this ride in 2021. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is my plum paper planner in the 7x9 size, and what I'm going to do is just go ahead and flip, get me out a blank page, and I'm going to get started. And then what I also have is just some dots, colored dots, and they're in no particular color code or anything. I'm just using these just to mark my place. And I will tell you right now, I don't have the best penmanship, so let's just get this thing done. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off, I'm just gonna use this green dot here. And oh, that didn't come off right. Okay, let's see, I'm about strong, okay. So here we go. I'm just going to take this green dot, and actually they're transparent. I didn't know that. All right. So we'll take this green one here. And the first category that I'm going to list is a place where I know I spend a good deal of my money. So let me zoom you guys in a bit just so you can see. Okay. And this is food. Okay. And we spend a good deal of money in the food category. So this is going to cover groceries. This is going to cover eating out. And this is also going to cover what I would like to say libations. So I'm putting these categories down here because this is where I've looked back over our budget and we spent, because I like to get wine. I am not going to apologize for that. So I usually try to take those items out of this right here. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and use one of these blue dots. My next category I'm going to use is clothing. And this is just going to be for the family, so clothes and shoes. So that includes, you know, winter stuff, boots, sneakers, things, whatever we might need is going to all come from that one category right there. And the next one is going to be holidays. And these are in no particular order of importance. This is just the way I wrote them down. Okay, and so holidays is going to cover gifts. It's going to cover anniversary, Mother's Day. It's going to cover Father's Day, and so on and so forth. It's a little darker. We're going to do household. All right, and so in household, I am going to do my cleaning service. I'm also going to cover in this category lawn care. I'm also going to cover decor. I am going to cover paper products. And last but not least, I am also going to cover trash. I am not going to count trash as a utility. I'm actually going to count it as part of my household expenses. So we're going to go here. Next, I have housing, and housing is going to cover things like mortgage and stuff like that. So let's start that off with mortgage. And it's essential that I categorize these because I want to come up with the percentages that I'm spending on these items to see like where the bulk of my money is going. And keeping track of this on a monthly basis will make it less of an exercise at the end of the year. And it also gives you information to make changes along the way. So we're going to do mortgage, we're going to do HOA, we are going to do maintenance. So we're going to count those all under housing. Next, we're going to do insurance, which is something that we have to have. I think this is one of the best businesses in the world. Insurance. So we're going to do our auto insurance. Okay. And then we're going to do life insurance. And then we're going to also do, I'm going to actually put my home warranty under this one. This is something that I struggle with because the last couple of times that I've called them, they've said that this warranty doesn't cover what I needed covered. So I'm kind of struggling with the fact that I'm paying $61 a month for this, and when they come out, I still have to pay a fee for somebody to come out, and then they don't cover the charge. So I don't know. This is one I'm looking at possibly not renewing in April. But for right now, it's on here. Right? And so we'll put that there. And so this is kids. And so this is going to be expenses related to my son's needs. So we're going to say daycare, right? We're going to say camp. We are going to say any kind of registration fees, because with daycare, it's like annual registrations and things like that. So let's say sports, if they ever get a chance to resume that. I'm praying that that happens soon. And then last but not least, I'm going to say school. Any charges related to school, because like PTA, all of that, is all a lot of different fees. The next one is going to be medical. And like I spoke about in some of my other videos, we have an FSA and we have insurance. So what we typically pay copay wise is usually pretty minimal, especially like out of pocket, but I still need to have a category for it because we do have prescriptions and stuff like that. So here is going to be copays, right? And then dental expenses. And then we're going to say prescriptions, and then specialty appointments and urgent care. Because let me just tell y'all, last year sometime, was it last year? Might have been the year before. I was cooking some cabbage and cut right through my finger. I had to wind up going to the urgent care to get stitches, but that was a whole thing. So after medical, we are going to look at personal. Okay, so in the personal category, we are looking at haircuts, because there are 3 other men in the house with me who all need haircuts. Okay, and then we're going to look at allowance. I'm going to put that under personal. And then I'm also going to put beauty, because I purchased a lot of our toiletries and things of that nature out of the beauty category. And then last but not least, I'm going to lump like any eyebrows services, possibly a nail service or something like that. I'm just going to say grooming. So I'm going to lump those all under personal. And then next we're going to look at our subscriptions. And so this is going to consist of our Amazon Prime. This is going to look at my Costco. And this is going to include Audible, Disney Plus. I don't actually think we pay for the Disney Plus though. I think that's linked to something else. We do have Sling TV as well. What else do we have? I'm going to add the credit card renewals to this. I only have one credit card renewal, and that's my American Express. And then I'm also going to add, I didn't put a name of Netflix. And then I'm going to add my P.O. Box. This one is going to be savings. And so this is our emergency fund, my 100K savings, our household. We have a household savings. We've got college savings, and then we have outside of our 401ks, we have IRAs and my savings challenges. Okay, so all of that stuff is going to be categorized under savings. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and do miscellaneous. And this is basically going to be anything that is, unplanned, unexpected. I tried to shave these down as much as I could, but I didn't want to lump too much because I still wanted there to be some integrity to the different categories. And I could actually see without digging in so deep to see what all I spent on, right? And so next I want to do transportation. Okay, and this is going to cover auto maintenance, tolls, like for our Easy Pass, gas, car tags. This is going to cover emissions tests, because we are required to do so every year. So all of that is going to we don't actually pay for parking, but I put that here in the event we go somewhere and have to pay for parking. So Parking is going to be included under that as well. The next one, we are going to do utilities, right? And utilities is going to cover electric and gas, which all comes together. It's going to cover water and sewer, which is also billed together. I'm going to also add our internet and our phones under this one as well. And I believe that's all I'm going to capture. If I decide to move anything else around under there, then I'll just do it at a later date. But this is what I've captured under this one thus far. And so after utilities, we're going to look at vacation, one of my favorite. I am fiending. I don't know about anybody else, but I am so ready to go on vacation. Look, when the pandemic ends, I think I'm just going to tell them, look, I know I done took 2 weeks for Christmas, but look, I'm going to need to take another couple because I just need to get somewhere and get some sand under my feet. Okay, so we're going to do, as this states, family vacations, game nights, because sometimes we have game nights at my family members' houses and we all like bring something. So whatever I do, I'll just put that all under here. And then I'll also add like family fun. And even if this doesn't include going out, if it's just a family fun day in and we decide to purchase a game or a movie or something like that, we'll have that. So I'm going to capture all of that under, and I labeled this actually vacation and entertainment. So I labeled this for both. So that I was just trying not to have so many different buckets because then it just becomes obnoxious. But I do want to make sure that I'm able to properly analyze. After vacations and entertainment, I only have one final category for right now, and that is variable. And I'm just calling variable expenses a lot of those things that have to do with my YouTube and my Etsy sticker shop and stuff like that. So here I'm saying Etsy, and then I'm also saying like planner supplies, and then my PicMonkey subscription. I'm separating that because I use that specifically for YouTube, so I didn't add that to my family subscriptions because I didn't want to skew that number. And anything else that has to do like me purchasing paper, shipping materials, so I'll just add that under here. Packaging, I wanted to keep all of this separate. Thank you notes, things like that. So I want to keep all of that separate from our regular budget just so that the numbers don't get skewed. But yes, so this is what my categories look like. And I'm going to say budget categories, right? And so these are the budget categories that I plan to use for this year. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So I have 16 categories. I don't think this is too many, but it's enough for me to kind of get a good idea of where the money is going. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope that this might have helped you. And if you see any categories where I may have missed, don't hesitate to drop me a line in the comments down below because I love to hear your feedback. And make sure you post and share some of the categories that you're actually capturing as well for this year. If you like the content, please consider subscribing, giving the video a like, and actually clicking the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload future videos. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.